How long was I asleep?
All afternoon.
I didn't know I was that tired.
You feel sick?
Out of it. Like I'm drugged. Of course, that's because I am, right?
Look, it's all your medication. Everything the doctor prescribed for you. 2 that were in the drawer. And whatever it was that you said you were going to take that you didn't.
Minus a couple, right?
Yes, minus the 2 that I ground up and put in your soup.
Thanks for meeting me here, Bo.
Well, you said it was urgent. Did you turn up anything about Manning?
Well, I went to the warehouse and talked to some of the street people there. None of them could place Todd at the scene. Most of them recognized him from the papers, said that they'd have noticed him if he was hanging around.
Sounds like you hit the same dead end that my detectives hit.
Definitely hitting a brick wall. At least for right now.
Maybe Manning didn't do it. But we've got to be sure. If you have any leads at all, I want you to run them down. Because if Truman was held in that warehouse against his will, whoever held him didn't intend him to get out of there alive. That means that guy has unfinished business.
That's right, Todd. I can save Blair just like I saved Little Jack.
No sale, buddy. I don't believe a word out of your mouth.
But you don't think I'm crazy, though, do you?
No, I think you're certifiable. But you're sane enough not to want to go to the cracker factory.
Or maybe I just love Blair, and I don't want her to die. And she will die, you know, Todd. That infection will eat her heart alive, and she'll be gone by tomorrow. But, you know, her heart can be reclaimed. And I'm the only man that can do it.
What? We just booked out a class before a teacher can catch us. You know, whatever. Don't you think that's a little weird?
What part?
The part where you kissed me?
Weird, bad, like I did it wrong?
Oh, no, I didn't mean like that. It was just kind of weird, unexpected. But not in a bad way. And I said a little weird, not a lot. And it was kind of risky, too, because there was a lot of people around.
Nobody's around now.
I can't believe you spiked my food. Stop doing that.
What am I doing?
The cleaning up.
You know, I have to. You're still at risk for infection.
I think I got bigger things to worry about right now. What, I don't suck down the codeine fast enough?
Oh, wait. Aren't we talking about that I found out you were lying to me?
Don't do what you want, so you take my life into your hands.
Better in my hands than yours.
Oh, Vicky. Hey, what are you doing here?
I brought provisions for the ailing patient and his nurse.
Oh, how nice. Smells good.
Yeah, well, it should. It's from Renee over at the Palace.
Terrific. I, too, come bearing, well, sort of sustenance. They're cookies.
Great minds.
Yes.
Don't answer it.
Sean.
Just tell whoever it is we're in the middle of something.
We're going to be in the middle of something for a long time.
Don't. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, darling.
Good.
Hi.
Hi.
John?
Hi.
Sweetheart, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Is this a bad time?
No, it's fine.
I'm so glad you're better.
Yes, I'm feeling much better. Thank you.
Please.
Thank you.
Did you guys come together?
No, we just ran into each other out in the hall.
Yeah. And I brought dinner. A couple of veal chops from Renee, by the way, and salad and some tiramisu.
Sounds yummy.
And I brought cookies. Jack and I baked up some cookies. Anyway, these are for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I heard about what happened with Blair. Very sorry about the baby.
Yeah, sad. Very sad.
How's she doing?
Oh, honey, she's not doing well.
All the coverage on Adriana's lingerie line has just been phenomenal. Just absolutely incredible. And of course, the spring fashion news is out of this world. Sweetheart, you keep resting, okay? I'll be right back.
Marty?
I want you to meet a colleague of mine. This is Dr. Nathan Cushing. Dr. Cushing, this is Dr. Dorian Lord.
Good to meet you, Doctor.
Thank you. Good to meet you. I've heard of your reputation in cardiology. You're here to consult on my niece?
Yes, I am. I owe Dr. Saybrook a favor, and she's called in her chips.
Whatever reason you're here, I'm very grateful. Do you think you can help save my niece?
I hope so. And if anybody can do it, Dr. Cushing can.
And what do you want in exchange for helping Blair?
It's just a simple promise. You see, I have to be assured that the life that she's going to return to is going to be worth saving. No more pain, Todd. Blair deserves to be happy. But you and I both know that you and Blair can never be happy together, so here's the deal. You have to stay away from her permanently. You're out of her life. Understand what I'm saying? I mean, I can save her. I can let her die. But I'll be damned if I'm going to save her life just to send her back to the likes of you.
So, you don't think Todd kidnapped Truman?
It doesn't matter what I think. See, I can't prove it. Why don't let's take a look at this from a different direction.
Like what?
Well, have you turned up anything that clears Manning? I mean, is there any reason that I should direct my attention in another direction than someone else?
No, I think you're pretty much on the right track.
Then what am I missing?
Huh?
When you called on the phone, you made it sound like you'd sniffed out a lead. And you have that look.
What look?
You have the look of a guy who's just itching to spill something.
Well, there is one thing, but I think we would both feel a whole lot better if I didn't mention it.
I think I should be the one to decide that, Walls.
Todd confessed.
I used to be chief of staff at this hospital, so why don't you tell me what your prognosis is?
Well, the infection in Blair's heart is very serious, but if she's strong enough, I can help her beat it.
Well, if you're talking about strength of character, she certainly has that. And if that's what it's going to take, she's going to make a full recovery. Blair's going to be just fine.
I don't think you're in any position to make decisions about Blair's life. Never mind.
Well, that's really a shame, Todd. I guess Blair dies then.
Like you have some kind of magic cure. I've been with her doctors day and night. There's no surgery going to save her.
No surgery alone, that's right. She needs very specialized, very hard to get medications, powerful antibiotics.
If there's a pill, I'll find it. Why would you have any better luck than me?
Because I can do things that most other people can't. I managed to find a tropical virus in the dead of winter to help treat Kevin Buchanan, didn't I? If you love her as much as you say you do, Todd, you let her go.
Son.
I'm proud of you, Todd. So here's how it's going to work. You stay away from her permanently, and I do mean permanently. And maybe in 5 years or so, I'll tell you where little TJ is.
You are a son of a bitch.
Maybe. But that's the only way I'm going to help Blair. And that's the only way you're ever going to find your son.
So, John, you must be going crazy, just being cooped up here, huh?
Yeah, he's driving me crazy in the process.
How long before you can go out? I mean, like, take a walk or something?
Hopefully soon, but you'll have to ask the expert on recovery.
You know, with the medication that he must be on, to my mind, it's a wonder he can string 2 sentences together.
We were just talking about that. Actually, I'm doing all right, and she takes pretty good care of me.
Yeah. You are in good hands. So I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Oh. Yeah, as much as Todd insists otherwise, he really does need somebody there with him. But don't get up, please, John.
Oh, okay.
Yes, well, a lot of men need somebody, but they just have to act so tough. I don't know why.
Right. John, keep getting better, okay?
I will.
Goodbye. Thank you, sweetheart.
For the food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, enjoy. And, sweetheart, I'll call you a little later tonight, okay?
Okay. Thanks for coming, guys, and I'll keep Blair in my prayers.
Okay.
Oh, my God. What did we walk in on?
Next time, I'm going to call first.
Yeah, from far away.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, I'm going to the hospital. So.
All right, I'll meet you over there.
Why?
Well, Vicky, we haven't spoken since that heated conversation with Doria in that land fair. Did you think I had forgotten?
No. Okay.
All right. So I'll follow you over there and we'll have a talk.
Okay.
Could have just said it wasn't a good time.
No, I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to send them away. That's rude.
They knew they walked in on something. They couldn't wait to get out of here.
You know what, John? You do not know them.
That's true. I mean, my judgment could be all off. I mean, I had you pegged wrong.
Excuse me? You want to tell me what that's supposed to be?
Well, I didn't think you had it in you to lace my food with narcotics.
Yeah, well, I didn't think you had it in you to start lying straight to my face again. I thought that was over.
Well, maybe we just don't know each other as well as we thought.
Still weird?
A little.
Well, I thought that because of what you said that it would be okay.
No, it is. I mean, it was better than that. It was great.
But?
Maybe it's just me, but it just didn't feel right.
I'm such an idiot.
No, you're not an idiot.
No, you know what? I shouldn't have jumped you like that. It was unexpected, and you didn't want it.
Star.
No, I could have gotten us in a lot of trouble before.
Star.
What is wrong with
Will
me?
you please let me talk? Please. Just listen to me. I like kissing you, okay? But, I mean, was that really Star Manning just now? Because the Star I know, and I have to admit, I'm not an expert, I'm still learning, but she just doesn't seem to be the first move type. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe she is, and I just don't know it yet, and if she is, then cool.
She's not.
Okay, so then something's wrong. Listen, you don't have to be a certain thing or act a certain way to get my attention. I mean, all you have to be is you. So, who are we dealing with here?
Marty, why are you involved in Blair's case? There is no love lost between the two of you, and of course you have that horrific past history with Todd.
Yes, Dorian, I know you're used to dealing with people who have ulterior motives. I'm not one of them.
Could I be picking up on a sense of guilt you're feeling for having gotten Spencer exonerated?
This is about Blair. She has 2 innocent children who stand to lose their mother. And after watching my son survive the death of his father, if I can help spare Star and Jack from going through that, I will. And you know what? At the end of the day, if I have ulterior motives or not, does it really matter if he can help her?
Well?
I wish that I had better news. I've examined Blair and I've reviewed the history of her treatment.
And?
Well, the hospital has done everything right. They've already begun the drug protocol that I pioneered. She should be responding.
And why isn't she?
I'm afraid that we're too late. I mean, Blair is very, very weak, and the infection is it's too strong.
Are you saying she's dying? You were supposed to bring somebody in to help, and you bring this defeatist?
I'm sorry, Dorian.
Save your apologies for Blair's children.
Manning confessed.
He gave it up.
You didn't think that was significant enough to tell me like immediately?
It's not like that. It might not mean anything.
Paulson, you start talking right now, and you don't leave a thing out.
All right, I did everything in the book to get the bead on Todd. Wound up with Zip. Then you asked me for this favor, and I didn't want any loose ends. So the only thing left was for me to go to the man myself.
And he just came right out with it, huh? Confessed just right to your face. How'd you swing the confession?
Maybe I caught him on too much caffeine. Or not enough. Todd was at the end of his rope about his missing kid, begging me to get back on the trail, and then he just kind of blurted out what he did.
About what, exactly?
Just what you thought. He kidnapped and tortured Spencer, held him in that warehouse, did what he could to him to get him to come clean about his kid. You're not going to say anything?
I'm thinking.
When you think like that, people go to jail.
Oftentimes, that's exactly what happens.
So you're going to bring him in?
Shouldn't do this.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Respect my decisions about my life. That's all I ask.
I would if they made any sense.
They do to me.
Okay, does that mean that you throw away all logic, though, John? I mean, look, if you're not going to follow the doctor's orders and not take your medications, all you had to do was tell me, not make some phony promise that you're not going to jeopardize your recovery.
Natalie, I haven't.
Oh, please, I am so not going there with you. But really what this is about is you're lying over and over and over again. All you had to do was say this is how you were going to play.
I did say that. I did tell you. You hear what you want to hear, and then you do what you want to do, and in the process you make a federal case out of everything.
But this medicine is essential to you getting better.
It makes everything worse. It screws up my head. I can't think straight.
Well, the doctors wouldn't prescribe it for you if they didn't think it was necessary,
The
John.
doctors don't know. They don't know everything, you know? I can take the pain. It's better than have my emotions in my head all screwed up. That's worse than the burns at this point.
Why don't you just tell me that?
Because you don't listen. You didn't listen before. You're not listening now. But what am I going to do? I have to adjust. Because I didn't come back from this to lose you now.
I don't want to lose you either.
Then we better pull it together. Because it's not looking really good for either one of us.
Why don't you tell me right now where my son is?
You'll have to give up Blair to find out. Or you could just hang on to her like you're doing while she lives out the last few hours that she has left, and then you'll never know where that little boy is. It's all or nothing, Todd. That's the deal.
Okay, that's fine. Because no matter how much I push her away, she'll come running back, jumping back into my arms. She always does.
Yeah, I know. She'll come back to you all right, being the addict that she is, and I just can't allow that. Far more merciful to just let her die peacefully in her sleep than to die just a little bit every day under your influence, and I love her far too much to let that happen.
All right, Spencer. I know you really can't help Blair. You're just trying to torture me. No happy endings for Todd, right?
All right, Todd, just go
I don't
ahead.
think so.
Just go ahead and do it. You'll never find out where your kid is. I swear to God, you need me alive, and you know it. Face it, Manny. You are powerless.
Oh, Todd. Do it. End that bastard's miserable life. Go ahead, Todd. Cut his throat, and then we can watch him bleed to death.
Yeah, Todd, go ahead, do it, man. Come on, what are you waiting for? Do it!
Tell me where my son is.
He's lying if he says he knows. And if you kill him, you'll know that you're protecting your children. And you could be the first man in history to be executed twice.
Sounds to me like somebody's still pissed off about being left standing at the altar. Go ahead, Todd, make your kids orphans. Do it, man, do it.
Todd, if something should happen to you and to Blair, I promise you I will raise those children. They won't have their parents, but they will want for nothing else. Kill him!
I'm not going to leave Blair or the kids alone, ever.
So if I hadn't come along, you'd be running from the law again.
I thought you said this hotshot cardiologist was on his way. Is that right?
Oh, he's here. According to him, Blair's in very bad shape. He hasn't got the strength to survive.
Like hell.
I agree. Why don't we go enlighten the guy?
Well, we got it now. It's not going to work.
All I want is for you to get better.
That's fine. But you don't get to decide what's best for me, and you don't get to do whatever you want to do just because you don't agree with me.
Sorry, I don't have any say in this.
That's not what I'm saying.
Of course it is, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of the way it always is. I mean, you want to go at it alone. That's what it always comes to. You know, I think that we're in this together, and it's still only you. Your world. Your life, your funeral.
I hate that Natalie and John are fighting. My goodness. After everything they've been through together, you'd think they'd have earned a little peace.
Yeah, well, there's no point in worrying about it. They are grown-ups, after all.
Thank you.
You know,
Look,
Vicky...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I wanted to apologize to you for that stupid scene at Landfair the other day. I mean, I try so hard to avoid these duels with Dorian, but sometimes I just get sucked into it.
Don't apologize. I know firsthand how those things go.
You know, I've been down the road with that woman so many times. You would think I'd have learned to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. All right. When we left each other, I had asked you a question.
Right. That's right, yes. It was, why we hesitated when we almost kissed on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Now, I was wondering about that, too.
Well, technically, we didn't hesitate. You know, the baby cried.
Oh, yeah.
That's not important. I think your real question is, do I have feelings for you? Right? And the answer is Yes, I do.
I'm just the same old person, screwed up, can't do anything right, the problem child.
Oh, okay, now I know there's something wrong.
I'm out of here.
Well, hey, listen. I didn't have to know you since the kiddie pool to know you would never talk about yourself like that. I mean, you are the most confident person I know.
Yeah, well, not compared to.
Who?
Never mind.
Hey, come on, just tell me.
No. Brittany.
Okay, what's that all about?
All right, I really don't want to have this conversation.
Listen, Brittany has nothing on you. All right? You don't care what people think about you. You know, you don't take crap from girls like Brittany. You stand up to people and stand up to bullies. Why would you even compare yourself to her?
Because.
What?
I feel stupid saying.
Come on, just tell me.
Okay, when I saw Brittany all over you, I got so mad at her that I wanted to set her hair on fire.
You don't seem too keen on putting Manning away.
I'm not. Todd's down 2 kids, and the mother of the ones he has is practically on life support.
Who put her there?
Everybody knows that was a mistake. Besides, it never would have happened in the first place if Truman hadn't set Todd up on death row. Todd took steps to protect his family. Shouldn't that be factored in?
Look, having a reason to take someone's life doesn't make it legal or right.
Isn't there ever a time where doing the right thing isn't necessarily legal?
Are we still talking about man?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Look, Balsam, I can't speak on every situation. Just this one. Manning needs to be taken off the street before anybody else gets hurt. But as much as I want to put him in jail right now, I'm going to have to let the guy walk.
You seem surprised.
I didn't know what you were going to say.
Oh. Look, I mean, I've thought about this an awful lot, okay? And it's not as simple as it seems. Clint, I loved you for a very long time. And so I don't really know if what's going on with me right now is something new or if it's a memory, something familiar.
I understand that, because I was wondering the same thing.
You were?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not dismissing it, though, because we've certainly spent plenty of time together since we were divorced, and this has never come up before, right? So I think it does mean something. Just don't know what.
So where does that leave us?
I can't answer that until you tell me, are you with Dorian or not?
Is this him?
Yes, this is Dr. Cushing. Dr. Cushing, this is Todd Manning, the publisher of The Sun, and also father of Blair's 2 children.
I'm sorry for what you're going through.
Yeah, whatever. I understand you told Dorian that you think Blair's too weak to pull through. Is that a fact?
Look, I understand why this is difficult for you to accept.
Well, I won't accept it because it's a lie. God, I can't believe this guy. This is Marty's big-time friend, some quack who blames patients.
Excuse me, Mr. Manning, I don't blame anyone. But the irrefutable fact is Miss Kramer is deteriorating rapidly. By the time the infection was caught, it was already too severe to control.
So why don't you change the medication or increase her dose?
With all due respect, Dr. Lord, it is not that easy. Now, look, I'm sorry, but right now it's up to Blair.
Todd, where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to thank Marty for her wonderful help.
Oh, now somebody shows up. Where the hell you been? Where the hell's anybody been, for that matter?
Bad mood, Dr. Truman?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I want you to call Bob Buchanan and want Todd Manning and Dorian Lord arrested for attempted murder. Guy held a scalpel to my throat.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer, not a policeman, and fortunately, I am no longer your psychiatrist. I have some good news for you. Today, it's your big day.
For what?
You have a clean bill of health, and you are being released. Guard, You're being placed in the state care at Wingdale.
According to your diagnosis, they're going to pump me so full of antipsychotics I'll spend the rest of my life drooling in the corner.
No, well, I'm sure as soon as the doctors strike the right balance of medication, saying, Dr. Truman, that your psychosis is suppressed for God knows how long, well, they'll see it. And you'll be prosecuted for the crimes you've committed, and no doubt convicted.
Stand up.
The only thing I regret is having taken this case at all.
Put your hands behind your back.
Here to revise that little list of regrets.
Dr. Cushing, is there absolutely nothing you can do?
I'm going to continue to monitor her, of course, and I'll make sure that she's comfortable. But beyond that, it's Blair's best bet to have her family and her friends rally around her. You know, let her know that she's needed. Medically, there's not much more to be done. But, for what it's worth, I've seen love work miracles.
So is how it is? You want to do it entirely on your own? Well, I've obviously made your recovery so much harder, so I'm going to cut you some slack, and you can do it however you want to do it. I'll just leave.
Don't go.
Right now, it's up to Blair.
I am not with Dorian. On the other hand, I'd be lying if I said that everything between us was resolved. I don't know where she and I stand. Okay. But nowadays, I find it hard to look at you and see only the mother of my children. And for me, at least, it's much more than just an old familiar feeling.
That's very nice. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to go see Blair.
I'll walk up there with you if you don't mind.
Of course I don't mind.
Thank you. So you're not going to have Todd hauled in?
There's no point. The confession, it just confirms what I suspected. But without proof, there's nothing to back it up. You know, it'd be your word against his.
Yeah, and Todd would probably just say I was still holding a grudge against him for firing me, right?
Oh, yeah, and there's that, too.
So that's it? Todd's off the hook?
Todd is never off the hook. I'm going to keep an eye on him. You relieved?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
I wish...
No, I get it. I know exactly what you're going to say. You think what Todd did was justified. I don't. See, we disagree, but that's okay, because that's what friends do.
Yeah. I would just like it a lot better if we agreed all the time.
Well, I think that would make life a lot less interesting. Also, you just don't do anything crazy. All right? We're going to get along just fine, no matter how much we disagree. Thanks a lot for the coffee.
I'm not going to hurt you as long as you do what I say. Do you understand? Anything to the contrary of what I tell you, and I will make that son of yours an orphan. Do you understand? All right, good. Now open the door for me.
On the next One Life to Live.
Came to make a statement.
Don't you mean confession?
All you care about now is revenge. You don't care what that does to us.
Anything worth having is worth fighting for.
You want a hostage, you take me. Let her go.